Contribution. Invest in your community to supersize your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Today we're going to talk about this a little bit as part of our ongoing discussion about contribution this month and how we can use it as a strategic advantage for our business in our industry to stand out and be a glowing example of how to make the world a better place in our industry. Why? Because people are attracted to that. People want to be associated with businesses and organizations and other people who do good things and make the world a better place. So today I'm going to share the journalistic framework and the who, what, where, when, why, and how of investing in your community. And what are we going to invest, right? It's not just money. A lot of times organizations will ask for money and donations, but there are things that they can use, especially on a local level, much, much more. So we're going to share our time, our talent, and our treasures with them. Our treasures is all about the money and the resources and the supplies to fuel causes that we believe in. Our talent is offering our skills. And as organizations, it's not just your skills or my skills, it's the skills and the abilities of anybody in our organization who is interested in also benefiting our local community, the places that we operate, the places that we live. Time, volunteering, showing up at community events, being present, listening, doing what you can, helping to brainstorm and input ideas to solve problems that are in your local area. All of us can help and do that. We can do it in our business by mentoring people. We can start a kindness challenge. We can lead a purpose-driven project in the organization, in our neighborhoods. We can do that as well as in online communities associated with our industry. There's, every social media platform has groups. I don't even know how many Facebook groups there are, but I'm sure there are millions and millions, if not tens of millions of groups. So you can find one in your area, or you can start one in your area for a cause that your organization wants to support and be known for helping. So what are some of the reasons we want to do this? Well, when we uplift the communities that we live in, we not only uplift the community, but we uplift our customer base and the people in our organization. What we put out into the world is what we give back. It helps us to create stronger relationships and local networks, which is really important in helping us sustain during crazy times like the COVID pandemic. It helps us to create a legacy of positive impact. Like I said, we all want to be making the world a better place. That's why we start our own businesses. It's because we want a better life for ourselves and our families, or we want more freedom, which is a better life for ourselves and our families. So let's look at Tom's little contribution and his local contribution with his business. He runs a small print shop in a small town in Midwestern America. And he started offering free printing services for school flyers and featuring local artists on his storefront. His tiny shop became a community hotspot because everybody knew that they could go there to find out up-and-coming artists, up-and-coming events that were available because he was printing flyers for them, especially the local schools and things for free and for free publicity, right? Tom's perspective was, I realized my business could be more than just a business. It could be belonging. And he wanted to belong and be a part of the community, which in turn helped his business thrive because a lot more people were coming through. And when it came time to need something printed, who did they go to? They go to Tom's shop. So, simple ways to begin. I'm not even going to talk about that. Shop local, support small businesses, share your skills, and offer workshops. Join a board or start a community initiative, something that your organization is passionate about. Start local, start small, because you can have the biggest impact and the biggest word of mouth by starting where you are, right? Do what you can with what you've got right now. So what's the who, what, where, when, why, and how of... Interesting. Oh, who, what, where, when, why, and how. I like to look at things with a framework, different frameworks, different ways of looking at things, different points of view and perspective, because it helps me get a clear understanding on how to apply a concept or a tool that we're talking about. And the who, what, where, when, why, and how, again, it's called the 5 W's and H, but I call it the journalistic framework because it used to be the way journalists would actually investigate and write stories and make sure everything important was included in the story. We'll not get into the days of journalism are now long since gone and dead. But the questions are still great, right? And they help us add a framework to something that we want to do. So who can invest in the community? Absolutely anyone and everyone. You don't have to have your own business. You don't have to be successful. You don't have to be or do or be anything but exactly who you are and just decide that if you care, you qualify. If you care, if you want to help, you can find a way to help. What types of contribution matter the most? Whatever aligns with your local needs and local areas. Literacy programs, cleanup projects, it depends. Event planning, elder care, child care, mentorship, small business support. If it helps, it matters in your local area. Find out what aligns with what your organization can do, and then offer to do those things. Ask the question, how can I help? How can we help? This isn't how can I help here. It's how can we help as an organization? Where should you begin? Well, right where you are, right where you are in your local community. I'd say start within your own organization, right? And then spread out to the community. When is the right time? This is an easy one. The right time is always now. Now, the present moment, is the only time we can actually act. So now is always the answer to what's the right time. Why does it make such a difference? Well, because communities thrive when members show up for each other, when we help one another out, when we support one another. Your investments becomes a chain reaction, and you inspire other people to do the same, right? And with us as an organization doing that, it's just exponentially more powerful. How do we do it? How can we get started? Ask a local nonprofit how you can help. There's that how you can help. How can I help question. Offer your skills to the community, or in a community center, or in a nonprofit in your community, skills and abilities that your organization has that can help them to grow and thrive and be more successful. Team up with a friend or another company in a complementary industry, right? We're not building our competition, we're building our own businesses. But team up with somebody in a complementary industry to have more impact, and pick a project a month that you can do until you find, as an organization, the thing that really resonates with you and that you choose to do on a continuous basis. That's it. That's all I've got today. I challenge you today to ask yourself who, what, where, when, why, and how for one local thing. Or if you haven't done anything yet, do it within your own business. Any questions about how to do that, please ask. This is such a critical and important and positive way to make a difference in the world and to gain a competitive advantage and to stand out among all the other people, because there's always thousands of other people or organizations doing something similar to what you are. So we want to do what we can to get the people that we want to serve to resonate, relate to us, and choose us over them, or choose us instead of all the other possibility things they could do. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.